Hi, and welcome to the Wednesday Wrap Up. I am Jessica, a business strategist. I work with my clients on customer and product growth, and these videos are geared to help female service-based businesses really understand who your customer base is so that you can create and develop services that align with your market and create authentic marketing that you show up, feel good about yourself, and gain that visibility that you so desperately need. This is part 2 on a 2-part series talking all about how to put together marketing that attracts, connects, and converts your ideal target customer. And last week we talked about the 7 traits you must know about your client to really be able to create engaging content that they're interested in. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly suggest stopping and go ahead and watch that now. And today I'm going to be covering how to create an impactful 90-day marketing strategy so nothing falls between the cracks and that you're always prepared in pre-marketing new services you'll be launching. So tune in. To the Wednesday Wrap Up. I am Jessica Potts, a business strategist, and this is part 2 of a 2-part series on how to have impactful marketing that starts to attract, connect, and convert your perfect customer into loyal, raving fans. Today, we are talking about creating a 90-day marketing plan, and I love this. And it made my life so much better. But before we get going, please press the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be alerted for our weekly Wednesday videos, press the bell beside the subscribe, and that way you will be alerted when we release new videos. All right, so 90-day marketing strategy. I'm telling you, this is gonna make your life so much easier. I went from frazzled to not knowing what I was gonna be doing every week, zero strategy when it came to obtaining new clients or how I was going to walk my clients down the journey for them to create like and trust and for me to be able to close those clients. And so this 90-day marketing strategy is gonna make your life so much easier. There are 4 steps that we're going to be going into. If you want a more detailed step-by-step guide, I have a 5-day authentic marketing challenge. Now, this is just an excerpt out of the 5-day mini course that I have, and it literally lays out how to define your niche customer base. It walks you all the way through what you need to know to connect, with what words to say and where to find your clients. I lay out the 90-day strategy, and I also have on day 5 sales funnels and how to set those up to be impactful and have a high ROI. So you can check that out. The link is in the description. Okay, before we get going on this 90 days, I have some ground rules that I want to go over with you. I'm saying these ground rules because I want to make this lighthearted and fun for you. I don't want you to think, holy moly, I've got 90 days to plan out. Because as we move forward, you're only going to have to plan out 1 month at a time, and it's going to make your life so much easier. And once you get going, you're going to be like, why did I ever live without a 90-day plan? Rule number 1, nothing is in cement. If you have to change some items up, don't stress, girl. You just go in there and rearrange some things. It happens to the best of us. As you're putting this 90-day plan together, I want it to be a process for you to get everything on paper. And then as you keep moving and going through the months, it's gonna get easier and easier, and you may have to rearrange things here and there, but at least you have all your thoughts and your goals laid out. So that's the number 1 goal. All right, rule number 2, you have to commit to me. Have to commit, like pinky swear from when we were 10 years old, that you'll update this once a month. And that way you're adding that additional 3rd month on, and things aren't falling between the cracks. What you're also going to notice is once you get in the hang of this, it's so much easier to attract clients and get them on board when you're pre-planning. Because if you're just waking up on the first and going, I'm going to launch this new service, and you haven't worked people up to that, then it's not going to be impactful or effective. Okay, rule number 3, I personally add both personal and business goals into my 90-day. And I do that because my personal goals are just as important as my business goals in my life. And I find that I have a better work-life balance. I mean, if you are pregnant and you are going to give birth to a child, you really need to make sure you have it pre-scheduled and pre-planned. And if you have a VA, so they understand what's going on while you're on pregnancy leave. And then when you're coming back, you'll be able to launch right back in and without a lot of planning. It's going to make your life, girl, we talk about going from stressy stress to no stress. Those are the 3 rules, right? Nothing is a cement. You have to promise me that you will update this monthly, 2 to 3 hours. You've totally got that. And number 3, add your professional and personal life together in these goals, and that way you're hitting them. So I want you to think about your business like this. Like, if you think about it, they do movie trailers online to create buzz, to get you excited to purchase your tickets for opening night or that opening week. That is how I want you to start thinking about your marketing. So if you're just launching a brand new service on the first of the month without leading up to it, without creating buzz, then it's going to fail flat and you're not going to hit your financial numbers. So let's get going. So this is my 4 steps, 4 easy peasy steps. Like I said, if you want the more detailed version of this, you can get that. It is called Authentic Marketing, and it is the link is in the description. All right, so step 1 is reverse marketing. And you can do this either 2 ways. One way is saying, in month 1, I want to make $10,000. In month 2, I want to make $11,000. In month 3, I want to make $12,000. And then what you would do is lay out your services and figure out how many people you need to enroll in each one to hit your financial numbers. I personally don't like to do that. I used to do that. It doesn't feel good and authentic to me. I like to say how many people I want to work with one-on-one, how many marketing strategies that I'd like to put together and work with brand new companies, and I do mine that way. I think of time as money, and for me, if I'm going on like a 3-week trip to Italy, I don't want to take one-on-one clients on that month because I don't have the flexibility and the time to really devote to that. So I may do more intensives that month, which are 2 hours where I'm spending with a client and really diving in, and it's less time consuming than my 3-month program that I have when I launch a new business with women. So I personally do how many people I want to work with that month and then figure out my financials, but you can absolutely do it by setting a financial goal and then working backwards and looking at your services. So step 2 is laying out your goals. And so let's say in month 1, your goal is to enroll 6 new clients. In your group coaching, it's $1,500 for 6 new clients. Let's say you have 3 spots open for your one-on-one, which is $7,500, and I'm reading this because I can't memorize all of this. And then let's just say that you want to launch your one-on-one 2-hour intensive in month 2. So we know that we need to be marketing it for that in month 1. Your other goal is to land a talking gig for $1,000 or more to be able to speak in front of people. Then we'll do the same exact thing for month 2, month 3, and so on. So mine ended up being month 1 was $9,000, month 2 was $7,450 with 9 new clients, 7 in the group coaching and 2 on the one-on-one, and then enrolling 2 people into that intensive. And then month 3 would have been $14,350, and that was 4 open spots for your one-on-one, 7 new people enrolled in your group coaching, and you wanted to do 4 one-on-one intensives and also land that speaking engagement that you have desperately been wanting and you want $1,000 or more. Now that you have those goals, we've got to figure out how to obtain them. So let's go to step 3. And step 3 is really understanding how you find clients and how people find you. So personally for me, I close more clients through referrals, networking, like these are events that I go to. I live in a very large city, so finding networking events is really, really easy. I can constantly find 3 to 4 events per week. Now that personally is too much for me. Pinterest is a huge driver of organic traffic to my website. So that means that I need to make sure that I'm updating my Tailwind and that I am putting up consistent blogs so that people can get to know me, right? And speaking engagements such as podcasts, maybe you're speaking in Facebook groups. So those are my biggest ones. And so as I'm putting my marketing calendars together, it's imperative that these are all added in. I'm a visual learner, so I thought that it would be really helpful to give you a great example of a 90-day planner. This is a client of mine that I have. It's a service-based business. They are hyper local and they are launching within small neighborhoods in Atlanta. And how I laid this out is on the first page, I put their goals. On the second page is the calendar for that following month. And then we do the same for all 90 days. And as we get closer to mid-August, we will be adding November. After all of this, I have a to-do list and I write out every single task that needs to be done within each one of those neighborhoods to make sure that we are hitting our numbers. So let's start from the beginning. So in August, we have prepackaged sales that they can do, and we talk about what their expansion in numbers. And so their goal was 68 new members. And if I know that they want 68 new members, that means that we need to be in front of approximately 3,400 people. And I only give them a 1% to 2% conversion rate. And that is because they're brand new and they're launching in these new neighborhoods. And it just takes a little bit of time of growing momentum. And the more momentum and the more brand awareness that they will create over time, that conversion rate will go up. But for a new company, we're talking 1% to 3% conversion rates. And then I list out what neighborhoods that they are expanding in for that month. On the calendar, I put their goals, I put their reach, and so that we understand what we need to be doing to make sure that we're hitting that 68. Now on the left-hand column, I add everything that we need to know. So I know that we are launching in Emmon Park in September 1st. I need to have information to their neighborhood magazine by the 15th. And so I add it to my August calendar. So when we roll out in September, we're in that September issue. Anything that I have coming up in the following months, I like to put in the left-hand column to make sure that I stay on task and that I am hitting all of the marketing that I need to get done. This company is definitely hyper local, and so our marketing is around real estate agents, is around putting door hangers out, is creating ambassadors within these tiny neighborhoods that'll go on Nextdoor and go on Facebook groups and go on Facebook neighborhood groups and talk about our services. And so setting up our marketing, it's imperative that we have those people lined up before the launch of each neighborhood. Also, having events within the neighborhood. So if there is a small wine tour that's happening within a small neighborhood, we want to be a part of that so that we can talk to the neighbors and get to know them and start offering them our services. This 90-day calendar can work for you as well. You don't have to have a hyper-local business. You could be looking for clients online, and so having your content on here and knowing that on October 15th, you have a scheduled interview and you need to interview someone for SEO, then you're going to want to go back to August and make sure that you are looking for individuals that you can interview that can come on and talk about SEO. So lining that up and having it ready and having that video prepared before the week of, oh my gosh, I'm talking about life-changing game changer. So I wanted to just give you this example, and I blurred all this out because this is client confidentiality and I don't want to give away too much information and give their numbers away. So I wanted to give you the examples and show you how impactful and how effective this works. On the first, schools go back for where we live, but they didn't hire me to do the 90-day calendar until September. And therefore, we missed writing 2 weeks before an email sending people out saying, hey, listen, blah, 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 and marketing around that. So that is why it's imperative to make sure that you're doing this 90-day calendar so that those small pockets of time that work really well and align with your company, you're able to pre-market and make sure that you get that buzz out so people sign up for your new services, or if you have holiday specials that you're doing, whatever it may be. If you love this as much as I did, right, and you are committed to doing a 90-day marketing plan, I want you to leave a comment and tell me. And I also want you to come back and tell me how it has improved your life. Now, to get all these tips, you can check out my blog on BrandX Consultants, and I will have a link on that for the actual blog post, and you can get those tips and the 4 steps to make your life so much easier. Now, if you feel like you are either stuck in your business or you're ready to launch a business, I have a 90-day program that I offer women who are service-based businesses, so coaches, consultants, and strategists, and we either do a concept to launch, which is 90 full packed days of understanding who your customers are, your vision, making sure that that aligns, and then creating services for what your market wants right now to create market demand, and then we put together a launch strategy. I have another 90-day program, and it's for women who've been in business for less than 2 years who feel stuck, that's not doing any movement on customer or product growth, and you're at your wit's end and you're ready to make the commitment to you in your business and get a little help. We can jump on a 25-minute call and talk about your goals and see if I can help you get there quickly and fast. That is it for this week's Wednesday wrap up. 90-day strategy. Who is on board? I will see you next Wednesday. Have a great week.